Here's your YouTube debut.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome to Cooking with Mother Goose Taste the World, special edition UK version. I'm here with my good friend Claire. She is from England and we play tennis together, so say hello.
Hi everyone, Claire.
And we are going to make for you the traditional English Christmas cake, which Claire made last year for the tennis ladies. And it is one of my favorite cakes, and so I tracked you down and said we have to make this together. So this is not an original recipe from Lacey, Mauritz, me. It is a classic English recipe.
It's what my granny has always made before, and then me.
So you'll see we have a lot of ingredients, but don't freak out because you can download the recipe straight from the video. But one of the key elements of the English Christmas cake is that it is a fruit cake.
Yeah.
But
lots of fruit.
Lots. Loads. But don't panic. This is not the weird fruit cake that we know in America. This is delicious, dense cake. Later on, when we decorate it for part 2 of Christmas, you'll see how that happens. So we're doing this video in 2 parts because you might want to know that it is late October, beginning of November, and we are talking about Christmas. Why are we making this cake so early?
Because it needs to have time to settle, and more importantly, you need to feed the cake. And when I say feed, Brandy. You need to feed every week up to about a week before Christmas, when you then decorate the cake.
Okay, so this is going to be kind of a living cake, so we're going to make it. We're going to feed it every week. Brandy, that would be just, well, we're going to use Spanish Brandy even though we're in the UK because, you know, that's where Brandy comes from. And so let's get started.
So, we are going to cream the sugar and the butter until it's soft.
Perfect.
Fluffy.
All right, so we're using dark brown sugar, and I have a stand mixer, so I'm super fancy. And we've got about 200 grams of butter. Quick tip, if you're in the US, that's about 1 3/4 stick of butter. We're using unsalted butter because there's a little bit of salt that we add to the cake later and we don't want to overdo it. I'm going to cut up my butter to be nice to my stand-up mixer. And we have 200 grams of dark brown sugar, 200 grams of butter, that's a stick and 3/4 of butter, and 3/4 cup of packed dark brown sugar. So if you're at home in the States, but you want to do this English tradition, this is the way to go. So we measure this in advance. The boys are at school, so this is a adult Christmas party, which is why we're drinking some kava. And here is your bowl of your brown sugar.
Thank you.
Okay, oh, thanks for the knife. Now, I just have this butter sitting out at room temperature, and that's just so that it fluffs up and nicely with the brown sugar. You can do this now. The great thing for kids to do at home with the softened butter is they can use a kid-friendly knife and cut this into cubes. This is a very safe thing for them to do. Certainly weighing and tasting individual ingredients is a great one for this cake, but we're having all the fun today. So, let's see here. So just whip this up. Okay. So now that we've fluffed that up, this is kind of what it looks like. So nothing fancy there. The next step is to add your vanilla. And I always say to use pure vanilla extract when you can find it, because it's a little bit more money, but it makes a big difference in the flavor. And if you can't, then use vanilla. So this is about ½ teaspoon. And we were making parallel cakes because I wanted to practice. So I had one for my family because last year I had one of $8. And then you can see also, you can find out,
thank you,
who's the better baker. So vanilla, and then it says, do you say this treacle or treacle?
Treacle.
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 Treacle. that, Claire?
Molasses. It's like molasses.
Molasses. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
goes down molasses.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we need 2 tablespoons of this. So let me see here. Oh yeah. Oh man, it looks like oil. It's super dark. Cool. So before we measure this, I have a tip. We are going to, this is just a quick tip. Before you measure honey, molasses, anything that's like sticky and slow, you put a little bit of oil in your spoon. So let me show you. It will, it'll slide right off. So this is just if you have like ham or any kind of spray oil. If you don't have a spray, no big deal. Just use regular oil and just move it around like this. And then when we scoop it, it's just gonna slip right off.
Wow.
Yeah?
That's a really good tip.
Shall I try it?
Go on then.
I can put it in?
Yeah.
Mine? Okay.
No.
Alright. So, I need 2 of these.
Yeah.
Whoa. Definitely you want to have these room temperature or this will be very slow. Might have heard the expression slow as molasses. So, ready? Look at that. Look how
Whoa.
clean this is. It's like magic. It's like Christmas magic.
That is amazing.
Right? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
You don't have to do it each time. You just.
Oh my god, I don't think so. It should be enough. So there's, yeah, good. Okay, so that's 2. You will be familiar with treacle now or molasses from if you've ever made gingerbread cookies. That is, molasses are a key ingredient in there. So if you have to buy a tin or a jar, then you know that you can use some more of it by making gingerbread. Very good. Okay, so then the last thing while you're doing that is marmalade, which we are going to use.
It's like an apricot marmalade.
Yeah, so orange, apricot, peach, anything like that, kind of in the citrus family. We need for this just a tablespoon. And spoiler alert, in part 2, you're going to need a little bit more, so just save that jar. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, and there.
Perfect.
Love that. Okay, and then again?
Yep.
Okay.
Bit more of a whisk.
Let's do it. All right, so our eggs are room temperature. So we took them out of the, actually mine were never in the fridge, but if you refrigerate your eggs, if you live in America, that's what we do.
Do you?
Yeah, we do, technically, but over here they don't.
I don't know
Just
why.
let them sit out on the counter till they are about room temperature. If your littles are doing this at home and eggshell falls into the bowl, you can just use a bit of the other eggshell to scoop it out. The eggshell attracts itself. It's like a magnet, so we're literally using the tools for Axel and Rex. Go whisk these up. Happy hens. Oh wow, you're way better at this than I am. Look at you.
Well, I have a bigger bowl.
I don't know. Maybe this is
More practice.
yeah, this is way better. All right, well. Shoot.
And then I'm going to put my flour nearby
Okay.
in case.
Okay.
Should have made a mess.
Nope, not with me. All right. I mean, this is with butter and brown sugar, which is the same thing. Okay. Okay, just like go for it.
And then maybe just a smidging
Okay.
of flour each time.
Okay. Wee.
Actually, you can probably be a little bit more.
I'm spelling mine by accident, so okay. Well,
Just put more in.
great. Okay, so I'll add a little flour.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. When we open presents in our house, if we're lucky, Santa comes on Christmas morning, not Christmas Eve.
Same in England.
Aha. Oh, so yours is a little bit, so you did a better job. So you can see the difference. So I didn't add as much flour as I was whisking my eggs, rookie mistake, as you did. So yours is nice and smooth, and mine looks a little,
It's fine though.
looks a little bit less appealing. But it's okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we put flour. Do we add our spices in now?
We add our flour with the spices. So we can put the spices into the flour now.
Okay.
And then just give it a little stir and add that in.
Perfect. Okay, so those are the spices. So we measured these for time, but it's salt, cinnamon, and then there's something called mixed spice, which is something I never heard of, which is different from allspice.
Yeah, mixed spice is a sweet mix of, I'm not sure, cinnamon, nutmeg, sweet things, as opposed to allspice, which is ginger.
What we'll do is I'll look it up.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you.
Yeah.
In the notes. So mixed spice, not allspice, in with the flour.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do we need to sift it or whisk it or what do you?
Just give it a. I'll just give it a.
Okay. This is 800 grams, so over a pound of dried fruit. We have currants, sultanas, and raisins. You could maybe do some sweetened dried cranberries also, but maybe not so much tropical fruit, right? This is the traditional way. I have similar mixture, so I'm just gonna dump this in.
Yep. Yep, and just all go in.
Okay. So when I said
it's gone.
It's a fruitcake, I mean it. And what's more is we add more. So should we stir this in and then add the next? Or put it all?
Put it all. Let's put it all in.
Okay.
Let's go for it. So we're putting the nuts in and the cherries.
All right. So these are what the glacé cherries look like. The royal we chop them. It's already behind the camera, chop them. And so I just take half.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
I'm just going to
chuck them in there, and then.
The almonds.
It's actually a great thing to do with a friend because a lot of these ingredients come in like 200-gram bags, and we each eat 100 grams, so you use it all up, which is quite economical. So 100 grams of flaked almonds. Those are yours. I pulled too small of the jar out. We chose this shape because we thought they'd be prettier when you cut the cake, but you could probably also use slivered almonds or chopped almonds. You just want them to be blanched because you don't want those tough, bitter skins of the almond. Wow, this is a big change.
And we need the mixed peel.
And then, oh my gosh, and there's mixed
still
peel.
have to.
Okay, look at that.
You don't need to go to the gym today.
Lost some. Not everywhere. But it's definitely candy, that's why it's sticky like that.
But Lacey, we've forgotten one thing.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
What did we forget?
We have to add a little bit of brandy.
Oh, right.
Tradition. You just have to. And when you add the brandy, you have to make a wish.
Okay.
A Christmas wish. It doesn't have to be a Christmas wish, but it is tradition that when you do the last bit of the folding in of the fruit with the brandy, you make a wish.
Okay, I'm down for that. How much brandy are we talking about? A bit.
A bit and a bit.
Okay.
I never weigh it or measure it.
Excellent. This is my kind of recipe. All right, so let me think of a good wish. Well, my public wish is I wish you will subscribe, but I'll make a private wish too. So.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I should have let you go first. Having never made it before, I didn't know.
Can you smell that?
I can.
So now, we just have to make a little hollow.
Okay.
Only a little bit, not deep, probably just like that.
I feel like a little nest.
Like a little nest.
Okay.
Yep.
What you think was enough?
There we go. It's fine.
Okay. This is so smart. So then you don't get that little kind of
dome. Because you don't want a dome for when you ice it, or marzipan and ice it, because you don't really want the cake to be looking like that. It needs to be nice and flat.
And otherwise we'd have to try to level cut the cake, which with all of this fruit filling would be challenging. so I've got like a little belly button in the middle one, and we're gonna pop it in for 2.5 to 3 hours. So thank you so much for joining us for this special edition of Cooking with Mother Goose Taste the World UK with my friend Claire. We will do part 2 closer to Christmas, so make this cake now so you can keep up with it so it's ready for your family on Christmas morning.
And you can keep feeding it every week. Just a little bit, not as much as Lacey put in the first time, just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, so we'll be posting reminders for you to feed that cake. We've never taken a picture, so please take pictures of your process and of your finished product and send them in, because then we can post them with the recipe so that anyone who comes along and wants to make it can use your picture as a guide. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the UK and around the world. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Okay.